Welcome back to Wear Wigs with me. Today I am wearing Clair by Jon Renau in the color 27MB. So let's get started. Clair is a little bit longer than mid-length. It is wavy, it is voluminous. It is all pretty much the same length. It has great movement, great body. It is a very classic, timeless style. The cap on Clair. This is a Jon Renau cap. They are very comfortable. I have a 22.5-inch circumference head. Fits me very comfortably. I do have a wig grip on, and I do not think I would have to wear a wig grip if I styled it and could leave it alone. But this is one of those styles that is just begging you to get your hands in it and move it from side to side. The only thing about that is this is a lot of hair, and it moves the cap on me. But I'm constantly getting my hands in there and moving it around. It's just, it wants to move back. How much that does that on you is probably going to depend on how much bio hair you have. My bio hair right now is short on the sides and the back, but it's getting longer on top. So there's more slipping up here. I put a wig grip on and I have no issues. I can mess with Clair all day long and it doesn't slip anywhere. I'm also pretty comfortable in my wigs now, so I am checking it from time to time, and I'll just pick it up and move it where I want it. I mean, I don't really care if somebody sees me. What are they gonna do about it? You wanna tell me I'm wearing a wig? Thanks. Yes, I am wearing a wig and I love it. So Clair has that Jon Renau lace front. It just melts into your forehead. It's got a mono top and open wefts throughout. It has great ear tabs that are felt covered, metal stays. They offer great coverage. The felt covered extended nape and Velcro adjusters. Jon Renau caps are very comfortable on me. When I first started wearing wigs, I had Scarlett and Kristen, I believe, and for some reason, those fit me a little bit more snug. I had to wear a wig grip to keep them on at all. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know if they've changed them a little bit, or I may just be more comfortable on how a wig feels on my head. There at the beginning when I was wearing wigs, I was always paranoid they were gonna pop right off my head. Now I'm not so nervous about that because I know how it feels when it's on snug. And Jon Renau's, they seem to fit me very well. So, no complaints on this cap. The measurements on Clair. The bangs are 14 inches, and you can see my measurements on the screen. Really do your measurements. Measure the length of your face, the length of your neck, the circumference of your head. Really pay attention to your measurements because a style like this is going to look very different on a lot of different people. The crown is 13.5. The sides are 10.75 and the nape is 9. So interesting that, so this front is 14 inches. So it's just a little bit longer than the rest of it. And I mean, over 3 inches longer. It really doesn't feel like that. It feels kind of all one length, so that's interesting. The color I chose is 27MB. This is my favorite Jon Renau color. This is my natural hair color. This is what my hair looks like underneath my wig. I mean, the color, definitely not the hair. This is that very pretty, subtle, light orangey red color. It is very pretty. It is just that light red, a little bit of auburn, a little bit of golden blonde. It's perfect. The hair fibers and permatease for Clair. The hair fibers are very typical of Jon Renau hair fibers. They are silky, they're medium and denier. I would say this is a heavier density. This is a lot of hair. This is volume, bounce. It has great movement, but it's a lot of hair. And I think that's great. I would rather have a wig that had too much hair than not enough hair, because you can always thin this out. You can always add some layers, which will take some of the weight away from the face, and then you could just kind of thin it throughout. But the curls too, it looks like it's had spiral curls combed out, or just like finger combed out, because they're there. And you could comb them out a little bit and then just add water and scrunch it back up if you wanted them back. It is such a pretty style, and I feel like it's very natural looking. On me, it feels a little foreign because it's so thick, and I've just never had thick hair like this. But if you're used to having thick, voluminous hair, you're gonna feel right at home in this style. And like I said, it's that mono top, so you can part this wherever you want. Mine's got a little bit of tangles in it. I've actually been wearing Clair quite a bit. I think I've had it for nearly a month, and I haven't washed it or put any product in it except for like detangling spray. And usually when I take it off, I flip it upside down, I do a light spray of detangler, and then finger comb any tangles. And then I'll take a comb and comb it out and just kind of fluff it up. But don't be afraid of your wigs. Like really get your hands in there and move them around. Make it feel, use it like it's your normal hair. See, it slid back a little bit. It's just heavy. But this is also a style that you could do. It's long enough that, you could put the whole thing up in just like a loose ponytail, or just put the top up. I've worn it like that because I've worn it to the grocery store a couple times, and it's 2020, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so I do not want to be touching my face in public, and this is a wig that I would have to touch my face, because if I'm at the grocery store, it wants to get in my face, and I don't want to be putting my hands in my hair in the grocery store. So I have clipped it back. Or you could just do, half up and half down. There's lots of styling options with Clair because of the length. It's a really great style. And there's quite a bit of permatease along the sides and the back, which adds to how heavy this style feels. All that permatease adds to the volume and just this really pretty style. That permatease is needed for that. And then you can also even get more volume if you wanted to because of that permatease. So it's not permatease that you're going to see, but it is there to create some structure for the style. And then also if you want to get your fingers in there, you can even make it more voluminous. I wouldn't say these hair fibers are dry. I've been wearing this for about a month, so they might look like they're getting a little dry. I could probably put some Simply Styling in it, or even some conditioner, and it would kind of soften those up again, because I tend to play with this style a lot. And then just this length and the curl, the friction is gonna make it look dry after about a month. But just a little Simply styling, or even some of that, I think MV has a oil spray that you put on it that will soften these right back to their silky state. And when you get it, it's probably going to be a little bit curlier than what you see on me, because again, I've been playing with it and combing it, and so I've probably combed some of it out, but I could just spray it with some water and scrunch it right back up. It's the great part about synthetic. Okay, so I've talked about the cap and the measurements and the color and the permatease and the hair fibers. My overall thoughts about Clair: it is a beautiful style. It's classic, it's timeless, it's very natural looking. It is a lot of hair. This is not a wig that I could wear running errands. It's not a wig I could wear for 8 to 10 hours. It just is a lot of hair. Now, if I thinned it, if I added some layers around the face, then that would completely change it. I will probably do that because I love the length, I love the curl, and of course I love this color. It's got a very comfortable cap, so I could modify the style a little bit, make it more wearable for my everyday life. That's the best thing about wigs, is if you like all the other features, you can change up that style just a little bit and make it work for you. As I was doing my review for Clair, it made me think of Aspen by Estetica. Oh, it's not Aspen, it's Avalon. This was Aspen. This is in the color R30 28 26. This was one of my very first wigs. I think this was the first style that I got the mono part. There was no going back after that. I have a review for Aspen up. So this Aspen is almost 2 years old. I think it's similar to Clair in kind of that overall style of classic and timeless. It hangs a little below your shoulders. Clair is more fancy. Aspen is like the casual younger sister and doesn't have the mono top. It just has the mono part. I know that they have since redone Avalon and I think tightened the curls so that you can wear it longer without it getting so relaxed. When I first got Aspen, this was Aspen, it was very much like an air dried style. I have worn this wig like crazy, especially when I first got it, combing it and washing it. And I mean, this wig has been put through the ringer. You can tell the hair fibers clumped up. I would say 4 months into wearing Aspen, this started getting clumpy on me, and it didn't matter what I washed it in, what detangler, what oil, it just didn't matter what I did to it. So now I don't find myself wearing it much because it's just very tangly and very clumpy. It looks good. I mean, it still looks really cute, but this is just kind of like the lower density casual sister to Clair. So if you like Clair, but you think maybe that's going to be too much hair or the price point's too high, then Avalon by Estetica might be a really great alternative. Okay, so this has been Clair by Jon Renau in the color 27MB. Thank you to Name Brand Wigs for sending me this piece and giving me the opportunity to put it on my channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and do a little chit chat down in the comments. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about Clair, and if you have it, tell us more about it. Okay, see you in my next video.